Long ago, in the ancient world, the Stoics were known for their wisdom and calm minds. They taught people how to live a good life, even when things were hard. One of the most interesting things they talked about was love and relationships. The Stoics had deep thoughts about how we should love others, how we should handle heartbreak, and what true connection means. Their ideas are still useful today, and if we listen, we can learn much about how to love wisely. The Stoics believed that love should be based on reason, not just strong feelings. They knew that emotions like passion and desire could be powerful, but they also saw that these feelings could lead to pain if not controlled. A wise person, they said, should love without losing themselves. This means caring deeply for others, but not letting that care turn into neediness or fear. The Stoics taught that love should make us better, not weaker. When it came to relationships, the Stoics thought friendship was one of the highest forms of love. A true friend, they believed, is someone who helps you grow in virtue. The Stoic philosopher Seneca wrote that a friend is like a mirror. They show us who we really are. A good friend does not just make us feel happy. They challenge us to be our best selves. The Stoics warned against friendships based only on pleasure or convenience. These kinds of bonds, they said, could easily break when times got hard. Romantic love was also important to the Stoics, but they saw it differently than many do today. They did not believe in the idea of love at first sight, or the thought that one person could complete another. Instead, they taught that a strong relationship is built on mutual respect and shared values. The Stoic philosopher Epictetus said that we should never think of another person as ours to possess. Love should be free, not controlling. If we try to own someone, we will only bring suffering to ourselves and to them. The Stoics also had strong thoughts about handling loss and heartbreak. They knew that relationships could end, either by choice or by death. Instead of running from this truth, they faced it with courage. They taught that we should appreciate the time we have with others, but not cling to them as if they could never leave. Marcus Aurelius, the great Stoic emperor, wrote that we should love as if one day we might lose the person we care for. This does not mean loving less. It means loving without fear. One of the hardest lessons the Stoics taught was about attachment. They believed that much of our pain in love comes from wanting things to be a certain way. We suffer when we demand that others act as we wish or when we expect love to always feel easy. The Stoics said that true peace comes from accepting what we cannot control. We cannot control how others feel or what they do, but we can control how we respond. If we focus on being kind, honest, and virtuous in our relationships, we will find deeper and more lasting happiness. The Stoics also warned about jealousy. They saw it as a sickness of the mind, a way of tormenting ourselves over things we cannot change. If we trust someone, we should not waste our energy doubting them. And if they betray that trust, we should handle it with dignity, not rage. The Stoic way is to act with wisdom, not with blind emotion. Family love was another important topic for the Stoics. They believed that we should care for our parents, children, and relatives with duty and kindness. But even here, they reminded us that we cannot control how others behave. A parent may disappoint us, a child may rebel, but our job is to love without conditions. We must do our part without demanding perfection from others. In the end, the Stoics saw love as a practice, not just a feeling. It requires patience, self-discipline, and a willingness to grow. Love is not about finding someone who makes us happy all the time. It is about becoming someone who can love deeply, even when life is imperfect. The Stoics believe that if we master ourselves first, we can then love others in the right way, without fear, without neediness, and without regret. Their lessons are not always easy. It is hard to love without clinging. It is hard to accept that people we love may leave or change. But the Stoics promised one thing. If we follow their wisdom, we will find a love that is strong, free, and unshaken by the storms of life. And that kind of love is worth seeking. So what can we learn from the Stoics about love and relationships? First, love with reason, not just passion. Second, build friendships that make you better, not just happier in the moment. Third, respect the freedom of those you love. Do not try to control them. Fourth, accept that loss is part of life, and love fully even so. Fifth, let go of jealousy and trust with an open heart. Sixth, care for family with duty but without demands. And finally, remember that love is a practice, a way of living with wisdom every day. The Stoics did not promise that love would always be easy, but they did promise that if we love wisely, we will live without regret. And in a world where so much is uncertain, that is a powerful gift. So let us love, as the Stoics taught, with courage, with clarity, and with a heart that is free,